Shalom family, Cardia Soul here. Amazing. Amazing that you would come to join me. Thank you for coming and finding out what's going on with our family and supporting us. And thank you to all of you who have been on this pregnancy journey with me, even from before I actually got married, which I didn't talk about it much then, but thank y'all for being so supportive. So with that being said, I am here to talk about why y'all, my fingernails a little ratchet. I've been planting things. I got a garden, y'all. So that's on our family channel, Sasha and We. I talk about how far I have come with gardening and things actually growing. And I'm recording shots of the garden, y'all. Give me a little bit of time. I have it for you. So anyway, today we are talking about why I let my baby go to sleep whenever he wants to. So for our first topic, as you know, I just had a baby. He just turned 6 months old. I had him here at home, unassisted home birth with my husband and I. And um, not to make this too long, welcome to Cardia Soul Talks. And you know, I was supposed to look up this word. I've been saying to myself, look up this word. It's either the circadian rhythm or the circadian rhythm. I'm so sorry, y'all. But it helps us to know when to go to sleep and when to be awake. Babies don't have regulation in that area whenever they're small. Even 1 year old, you know what I'm saying? Be lenient with your children. These kids have been inside of the womb. They have been hearing you talk. They've been hearing voices and sounds. And whenever they actually hear them in the real world, they're like, oh, let me see what that is. And it's not a short attention span thing. It's a mommy, I've been inside of water. Daddy, I've been inside of water situation. Y'all, the clouds just took the sun away from me. So that's the first two things. Number one, they're not on a sleep schedule automatically like how we are once we get older. Their bodies aren't regulated like that. So I remember, y'all, I have been raising kids since I was around 6 years old. And when I say raising, I'm talking about putting in work with children, even in school. And if you go to my services channel, you'll hear more of this story. I may talk about it here. But my point is, I've been dealing with children ever since I was a child. And I was doing mothering things. And I think that's another reason why the Father didn't allow me to have children young when I was trying to get pregnant. So, hold on, y'all. Okay, I had to check on my little baby. But anyway, and the second thing is, they've been attached to you. They've been experiencing the outside world from the inside, so they want to explore a little bit. Also, at certain points, children go through sleep regression. Y'all, I did all of this research online. I looked on YouTube, I looked on Bing, I looked on Google. I use apps whenever I'm pregnant, and I learned this information that I'm sharing with y'all. Also, a major part of it, like I said, comes from experiences. So I feel like I needed to tell somebody that. But the third thing, like I said, they go through sleep regression. So at 4 months and 6 months, my baby went through a sleep regression. And it's not that they don't sleep, it's that the sleep is interrupted a lot. So now in the middle of the night, since he started crawling, since he started rolling over, he'll wake up and he'll roll all the way across the bed. I don't care if it's 6 times to get in my arms. And the way it was explained in a medical blog that I read was that it's a discomfort in their body because their bodies are growing. They got teeth coming in, and I remember my wisdom teeth growing in. I have 3 of them, and it's an irritating pain. It hurts your ears, your head, your mouth, your neck. I remember things, y'all, a lot of the way through my life because I remember how they feel. So you'll hear me describe things that way a lot. So anyhow, yeah. Then the next reason why I let him go to sleep when he wants to is because I'm a stay-at-home mom. I work from the house. Um, until I open up my restaurant, I will be working from home. So I sat down with my husband whenever we had our last loss, I believe, which was in May of last year. Um, and we talked about me being at home and lending myself to the services of my child because that's what ministry is. When you minister, you serve. You do things towards and for other people. So I breastfeed on demand, and my baby is very healthy. He's in the top 94 percentile for weight, and the top, I think, 40. I could be wrong. I might have to correct that. But like the top 40% for height. So he's a big boy, and I'm healthy as I know of. Hallelujah. And he's healthy and my husband is healthy. So rushing him to bed creates conflict. That's the main reason why I bought up the raising kids since I was a child. I know that trying to make a baby go to sleep creates conflict. Researching children, when you get pregnant, whenever your old lady gets pregnant, get a book, get online, download an app, look at something to find out how babies work, because a lot of what I knew about babies helped me out because I was forced to take care of children. But the stuff that I didn't know, I needed that online source, or go to the library, go talk to a person who's older than you. That's another thing that I did. I talk to people in real life all the time. I work in service. You know what I'm saying? I mentor people. So I'm exchanging stories with people. I use my mom, my stepmom, my aunties, my homegirls. You know what I'm saying? Some of my ex friends, my cousins, my husband. Um, get information because these babies go through changes, and you being frustrated that this child's not going to sleep is not helping the situation, because what goes around comes around. What you put out into the universe comes back to you. If you putting out aggravated energy towards your child, then that child is going to be aggravated even more. You cannot do that. These children are working off of vibrations and energy, feelings, not necessarily feeling with your hands, but emotional feelings. And they're very sensitive. You talking at this volume right here could be too loud for a child. They could be overstimulated. Your baby might be crying before bed because they're overstimulated. You put them in front of the TV. You had the radio up too long. You gave them too many colorful toys. You have to tune in with your child and see what they want that day. Like, I've been very tired lately, y'all. Oh my goodness, baby, let me tell you. But my son has been going through a sleep regression, but at the same time, he's been resting well through the day. If I was a mother who couldn't sit still long enough to see what's going on with my baby, I'd be like, I don't know why he doing all that crying. It's hot outside. He's teething. He's going through sleep regression, and he breastfeeds. So he has to get his milk from you, you irritated parent. It's a lot of breastfeeding mothers out there that's giving our babies the wrong energy. I have to make sure that I say, calm down. Calm down, because you're giving this baby milk that has a vibration, water hose vibrations. You're giving this baby milk that has a vibration of aggravation. If you look it up, look it up. I know y'all have heard about how the Asian doctor put the water with the ideas and the words spoken to it in the top of the refrigerator, and it gave him, or in the freezer, and it gave him different designs inside of the ones that he spoke positively to. The ones that he spoke negatively to had these nasty or broken or incomplete designs, and then the ones that nothing is said to, they just look how they were genetically made up. I said genetically, but y'all know what I mean. The water molecules. So yeah. Um I don't want to cause conflict, not to make him happy, but to not to make him happy or to make me happy, but to make things move harmoniously, and operate harmoniously. Okay, so another reason why I don't force my son to go to sleep is because I'm a night owl. Y'all, even when I'm pregnant, I'm up 3, 4 o'clock in the morning a lot of times, which I have to be honest and say that since I've changed my program of what I do on a daily basis as far as my work goes, I have to get up earlier. So I'm up until like 2 o'clock in the morning. My baby usually is ready for bed around, like my mama said, y'all, this is so crazy. My mama said he might be a 7:30 sleeping baby. And around like 7:30, 8:30, he's ready to go to bed. But I'm fine with that because he gets up like 2 more times. And then around like 10:30, he out like a night light. And then other times, like when he was younger, before he turned 6 months, up until he turned 6 months, he would usually go to bed around 11:30, 12:30, 1 o'clock. And that was cool because I was up. It wasn't a hassle. Now in the wee hours of the morning, or I don't want to use that because I don't believe that. In the late hours of the night, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock before the sun comes up. Now, whenever I was recovering from having him, it was very hard for me. Very hard for me. I did not sleep very well. I had a hard time at times whenever he was very small, and that wasn't because him crying all through the night and keeping me up. No, it was mostly because I was feeding him every half an hour to every 2 hours, and I wasn't really getting a lot of sleep. Then whenever the issue that my baby had the most, when he was small, that made him cry, was gas. He had gas a lot, so I had to learn, and this is a tip for somebody, I had to learn to burp him um at the meal. I would stop him after 5 minutes and burp him, then I would feed him again, and then I would I would burp him after the meal was over. So that's 5 minutes into the meal. Then he'll finish off on that side. If he feeds for 10 minutes on each side, because my baby will drink a lot. And sometimes you go through more than one let down. So let's say he'll eat 5 to 10 minutes on one boob, then I'll burp him, then I'll switch him to the other side, and then I'll burp him and after that. And sometimes I will bust that 5 or 10 minutes up into close to a half of whatever it is. So other words, I was constantly burping him to keep the gas moving. Another thing that I did to help with that, if you want to know about that gas thing, because I don't want to really go into that right now, I want to go ahead and end this video. So let me recall everything that I said. The reason why I do not force my baby to go to sleep is, first of all, their sleep is not regulated while they're infants like that. When they get a little bit older, maybe closer to a year old, I forget what number or what age it kicks in, but it does change. So that's the first thing. Number two, they've been connected and experiencing the outside from the inside, and they want to know what's going on. Number three, oh lordy, to keep things harmonious in our household, I just let him sleep whenever he wants to. Because and number four, babies go through sleep regressions and different things, pains and aches and this and that. And it's just easier to be able to observe him and do things with him. I lead, but I do things with him because it makes things more harmonious once again. The next thing, number five, going along with that is I'm already up. So it's no use in me fighting with this child trying to make him go to sleep whenever there's a lot of stimulation going on the outside, in the outside world. So it's pointless to be fighting back and forth with this baby whenever I'm already going to be up anyway. It's not hurting him to be up. As long as your baby, especially as a newborn, as long as your baby is sleeping like 14, 16 hours out of the day, that child should be fine. Okay? Um, so yeah. That's basically all I want to say. I'm gonna be doing another talk. Y'all give me y'all's opinions. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, and the main thing, I feel like forcing, this is the main thing, I have to not forget this. I feel like whenever you force these children to go to bed, they're babies. I'm talking about the little kids. I'm talking about 5 years and below. If you're able to be home with that child the way I am with my baby, you can be patient with this baby to let them get in the rhythm of you showing them how to sleep without you forcing them. But the main thing is I don't want to create traumatizing situations in my child's life, because some people start to spank their children before a year old. And I remember I used to be like, yeah, I think we should do that. Spanking them on the hand is cool. And I think popping a child on the thigh or popping their bottom where the diaper is, hitting the diaper, is cool before a year old. But I think that's like 8, 9, 10, 11-month material. But I don't think that that's something that's necessary. I think this right here is not to hurt them, but to get their attention and say no. You know what I'm saying? But y'all leave your opinions on this video. Let me know what y'all do with y'all's children, or what you did with your children. I want to say shouts out to the 38 and above community for supporting our family. For thank y'all for the stars. Thank y'all for so many y'all coming to subscribe to our channel, because baby, we went from 20 subscribers to 69 subscribers in like 3 days, and we got a lot of good news coming, y'all gonna be like, what? Whenever you hear this next announcements that I have to tell y'all. So Shalom family, Thawada for coming to join me, Thawada for supporting my services, Thawada for supporting my restaurant. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for the investors who have come along. And it's just so much to talk about, y'all. But these are the reasons why I don't force my baby to go to sleep. And I'll let y'all in a few. I got another talk for y'all. All right, I'm sorry about the low energy, family. I'm just so tired. But I'm so happy to be back in front of the camera with y'all. All right, shalom.